Hello and welcome to the Alliance News Network, Earth Standard Year 2261. Several ships conducting crossings near the Perseus Vale have vanished. Alliance officials cannot confirm the fate of their crews, but reiterate that travel in the terminus systems is a dangerous undertaking. Many speculate that the isolationist Geth, the machine race that drove out the Quarians from their homeworld of Rannoch, may have been responsible. In other news, celebrations are underway officially welcoming the Salarian Union to the Council. The Salarian Councillor himself has been touring several worlds in Citadel space, and the Asari, Elcor and human councillors all give their complete support. He will take office on the Citadel at the conclusion of his tour, with the embassies of the Ralloy and Batarians, and who will be next granted a seat. ANN, signing off. Hi guys, Tom from Project D here, and welcome back to Stellaris Reaper's Dawn. Last time, no massive wars or anything, but we did have a few interesting developments. Namely, first, the Geth Consensus. We have encountered them, and they are apparently superior in every way. They're no longer overwhelming, but they are now superior, and they're hostile towards all organic life. Understandable, they did. The Quarians did try to murder them and all that, but we don't know that bit yet. We also managed to get the Salarian Union into the Citadel Council after they finished claiming a bit of Krogan territory. So yeah, they now have a substantial bit of space connecting up to the Citadel and Widow. Over here, where we have our transport fleet sitting above the Citadel, and a budding defense fleet as well, currently consisting only of 3 ships. It's a Berlin class, an Alamo class, and a Normandy SR1 class. Only 283, so nothing particularly special. And it won't be until we get our naval capacity up. I am working on it. We need to build up another station. In terms of tech, 11 months we get more energy credits, 45 months regenerative hull tissue, that's a big one, and 73 months, another big one, cruisers, which means we can hopefully get some of those big Mass Effect 3 ships that, you know, the Reapers blew up a lot, which I'm sure will come true here as well. There has also been a bit of conflict between the Rachni Hive and Omega, who have the same colours for some reason, don't ask me why, and we're continuing to try and claim as much of this territory as possible. The Cerberus has kind of snuck in and sent a few ships to try and expand, it seems. We'll have to deal with that as time goes by. Right now we are colonizing Eden Prime, which will be a bit of a food production world. Terra Nova is also building up another generator district. I need more forge worlds as we go. And we have plenty of other planets we can start to build up as well, like Elysium down there, which is on the border with the Batarians, which, yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Hopefully we don't have another Blitz on the go. What have they got down here? Proteus. Yeah, the Asari have also been using the mass relays to jump in, around and about various planets. Trebin and yeah, they've been sneaking by using the mass relays, and they've managed to gain a foothold in several systems around the galaxy, which is fine with me because it means we very quickly can start to expand the Citadel Council sphere of influence, which right now we're still kind of divided. The Systems Alliance and the Salarians are united border-wise. The Asari Republics and the Courts of Dakuna are, but we're still rather separated with the exception of the mass relay network itself, which means we can get from place to place quite quickly. But yeah, if I can get us united at some point, that would be all the better, especially if we can start to build up in the Traverse, which is unclaimed for a large part right now. So, it best be claimed. With the Federation, now the Asari are currently president, and now that we have the Salarians in, we are building up quite fast. We've hit level 2, so we have more envoys and whatnot. And the galactic community, we are organising a space race. That'll be fun. And starting off today, we have a survey over here apparently completed. The SSV Osaka We had a construction ship around there somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, we have one building up stations over here. We've got the SSV Teutoburg heading over to this system, ready to build it up, because we have a survey vessel on the go there. And we have another ship, the SSV Vincent, on its way to build a starbase in Bogor, which also has an archaeological dig site, which we would likely want to claim. But you continue on in this direction, survey what we can, and then build up as we go. And the Ralloy Republic wants a research agreement. Who are you guys kind of chilling out with? So you're on the board of the Parnak regime, Omega, the Vulture, and the Hana. What's your general disposition? Friendly. They want a research agreement. They have association status. Sure, we'll get one of those.
Technology discovered.
And tech as well. Energy credits, we can always use more of those. And that can be replaced with, ooh, flux beam. That's expensive though, 114 months. Flux propulsion. All kinds of things we can get there. That won't be going anywhere. Let's get some output going. Pyroville Colony. The unknown structures were revealed to be large transparent domes turned towards a star, suggesting they were used as greenhouses or hydroponic labs. Most of them are broken and lifeless, but bizarrely, on some labs, life seems to thrive despite, or perhaps because of, the harsh conditions arising from their close solar proximity. Large colonies of primitive organisms have somehow adapted to the extreme heat and the vacuum of space, are covering the hulls of multiple satellites. It will likely be impossible to move samples of these organisms away from the star, but even remote observation will be invaluable for studying their unique adaptations. Oh look, there's a Rachni vessel heading through this mass relay system at Ontarom. Good thing I got there first. Bantan reports hundreds of parabolic antennae orbiting the star of It's C, all directed outward. It appears the satellite cloud channeled enormous amounts of energy from the star to send outbound and process incoming signals. Although damaged beyond repair or recovery, the satellite cloud has provided us with invaluable insights into stellar observation techniques. Oh boy, it looks like they want to declare war against the Rachni Hive. What's the current law with war declaration? Unanimous votes. And they are currently pathetic. And don't have any allies, do they? And they're already at war with Omega. Alright, I don't see why not, though. Not sure I'll be doing much in the way of attacking, but I'll certainly... They send a blood pack raiding fleet. Oh boy, there's a... Let's have a look at this. A blood pack raiding fleet. Joy. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll necessarily send too much in the way of actual ships to fight them. I mean, they're already at war with Omega, but I will send the Second Alliance fleet over to Acheron as sort of a vanguard. And maybe if I see that they're not really that well armed, I might send them in to start actually doing something. We'll have to see. Ancient Life Pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Kulbaka. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded. The preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the SSV Boyaka managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in its claws was a small picture of another individual of the same race, perhaps a mate or a revered leader. Alright, I'm sending the fleet in because they have started to expand over this way, and that means I might be able to connect these systems up relatively easily.
Complete.
So, we start building that direction, we'll get that done. And it's not taking long for the Rachni to have some trouble. They've expanded a bit into Omega's territory, you can see a line of it. But, through a mass relay that they had not yet claimed over here, the Asari fleets have just jumped in straight into their core systems and started to claim their worlds. I mean, they're one jump away from their home system. This could be quite a quick conflict. Home. Close study of Klugon has revealed that the planet's primary chemical composition is in fact identical to an ester found in berries on Earth, which the locals have been distilling into inebriums for thousands of years. The ester on Klugon likely comes from the nebula that cloaks the system, containing billions of liters of the same substance. So, there's alcohol in that nebula. Science Officer Louis Naravaras has secured several samples of the familiar ester, and after rigorous biohazard testing has even sampled it, describing the scent and taste as a little taste of home, within the chill of the void. The crew of the SSV Briaka suggests that such an exotic variant of the well-known human beverage could be quite popular among citizens. Now, I like how the person to create this drink and taste it is the Quarian, Louis Naravaras. Apparently, this Quarian really likes to make use of his emergency induction port. So I have the question, or... Happiness and influence go up. Minus 5% on research. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure. Sure. Boost for everyone. And looks like the second Alliance fleet is now arriving in Rachni system, which they'll engage immediately.
Engaging enemy station.
Alright, it's at half health. It's about to go down very soon. Alright, station has been claimed. It is under our control. Move on. Next system, Ashamax. Meanwhile, I have a science ship heading towards this system here, though, actually. Could be better yet. Survey that system, I can grab that system, and then it'll belong to me. TL portal is opening up, 20 ships are about to come out. Galactic market established in Seoul. Our marketing campaign on Earth has borne fruit, and the market powers that be have seen fit to centralize much activity within the Sol system. Oh, hey, we successfully gained the galactic market. Screw you, Volus. Well, back to the second Alliance fleet, meanwhile. And we come. Excuse me, I'll deal with that issue in a moment. For now, attack them. And Eden Prime has been fully colonized. Also very good. Planning this very quickly. Vorcha and the Asari corporate interests have finished, though the Vorcha won that. That's unfortunate. So we're going to have to sort out our consumer goods in a minute as well. Oh. Good timing. Earth has slot open, it seems like. Alright, I need some civilian industries. I have plenty of minerals to get that going. Start building that up. Shang-Chi, what do you need? What I really need is one of those, so you start building that up. Nice. Jump up to that system next on the list. Ah, we have regenerative hull tissue. That'll be a great boon to our ships once they get them rebuilt. Admin capacity going up, that could be a big help. Yeah, right now, since I am doing a bit of expansion, let's do it. Oh, well then.
Construction complete.
Seems we found ourselves a Leviathan, a Salarian devourer. Oh boy. Okay, organising a space race has passed, so the next one will be cooperative research channels to go through in all likelihood. Ah, we have a new tradition available. What were we working on last? Diplomacy by the looks of it. So, Federation have capacity, trade value. Sure, we'll go for that one for now. Ah, and now that we're up here, there was a distress call a while ago. Head through the Hawk Mass Relay and have a look at what that was. Might be useful. Seeing the Rachni sending their fleet away from Omega, where they just finished taking a station. Down towards us again, though. It's only a fleet of 600. So it's nothing particularly deadly. Hello. An odd factor. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on Eden Prime. The building in a state of decay tell of an old civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. The population would easily be able to use the facility. Okay then. And we're engaging a slightly stronger station. 553, still no match for the fleet that's attacking it. While that's going on, you head towards Bax, claim the system, thank you. How are you doing? Station's almost down. One of our destroyers has almost lost shields, the Himbra. Aside from that, yeah, doing fine. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadows drift across Benzar One's face. They are cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow small degrees of articulation. Science Officer Scianovich is yet unwilling to say whether these are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting may serve. Still, next station is ours. Alright, now that we have you, start building me some anchorages. That's what I'm in need of. Thank you. And it seems we have cruisers as well. Hallelujah. Crystal infused plating. We'll leave that for the time being. Sometimes destroyer patterns. Sure. We'll go for that. Ship designer. Cruiser. There we go. So it's the Geneva class. So missile barrels, broadside barrels. What do we want you to have? Probably want you to have missiles. Hangar slot, yes, I would agree with that as well. And a few small at the back. Right, so nuclear missiles, we'll need to get you. We need to improve the scout wings as well, but we'll do that in the future. One of each. 2 railguns at the front, UV lasers at the back. Save everything else. Also have the null void beam as well. But yes, our new cruiser. Well, we can't build one of these yet, I know that much. But when we can, it will be a beauty. And it seems we've arrived at the distress call. Having arrived on Barbon 2C, computers aboard the SSV Boyaka indicate the surface to present. What? That doesn't quite make sense. Indicate the surface to present a level 2 hazard. That grammatically doesn't make sense. I think it's meant to say indicates that the surface, on the surface of the planet is present a level 2 hazard. Just the way they've worded it is kind of weird. Due to the intense heat and molten surface. This will significantly increase the risk of any rescue team deployed to the surface search for any survivors. It is unclear if anyone even survived the crash, as the SSV Boyaka's sensors are unable to get a clear reading on the planet. Understood. So they're going to be doing that for a little while, see if they can rescue anyone. Well then, Luis Naravaros. Let's see how Koreans handle this. Also, we just gained the administrative control of Utuku, a colony of the Asari Republics. Ah. Neat. So we just gained a new colony. One quite far from our previous place as well. The Rachni's population is declining. Are they? It's because they're hive mind, isn't it? Yeah, they're hive-minded, so I can't help them, because without the queen, they go nuts. So we'll have to sort that out as we go. Meanwhile, back with the distress call, the rescue team led by Luis Narvaez has travelled across the hostile service and has located the source of the distress signal. It is emanating from a collection of smouldering wreckage. Searching the wreckage reveals the signal is coming from a distress transponder. The team theorized, based on the size of the wreckage found, that this is only the reinforced wrist section of the Sacred Angel transport, and the ship likely broke up when entering atmosphere. There may be survivors scattered in the local area, sheltering in the rest of the ship's debris. With the rescue team feeling the extreme effects of the planet, it could be dangerous to pursue the search, though if there are survivors, it may be worth the risk. Continue the search. Well, station under attack, what's going on and where? Over here, we are helping out finishing the station. It would appear that the rescue team led by... Oh. Apparently they all perished. Fucking... Ah! The last report indicates their vehicles are stranded in the tires melted to the extreme temperatures. Even though they were rated for several hundred degrees, the team tried to head back on foot, known to be a few effort, and succumbed to the planet's effects soon after. Any further rescue missions have been called off. Any chance of finding survivors from either party after this amount of time is essentially nil. Well, that's just a load of shite, innit? Underwater terror. While a group of local fishermen were out on their weekly routine catch, they noticed something massive lurking in the waters. They reported their coordinates, but we were unable to find them. The only object we managed to find was a piece of their fisherman's broken ship. They are presumed dead. However, we do have some options. We could avenge their deaths and have to kill this thing, but that could affect the local ecosystem as we don't know how big of a part this behemoth plays in it. Let's not Moby Dick this. Well, the Deathwish's previous owner, the crawler, has passed on to Oksana Nastatnik. Ah, yeah, I forgot about the crawler, yeah. Yeah, well, it makes sense. The Quarian who died left the crawler to the other Quarian that I happen to have among my science staff. Oksana.
Ships upgraded.
Well, let's hope she takes good care of it. The crew we assigned to work the order factory Eden Prime has disappeared. So new work will take their place, or we could race the facility to the ground, making sure this never happens again. A pop goes missing on Eden Prime. That's annoying, because I don't have many pops on Eden Prime. Let's keep it a while longer. If more odd things start to happen, we'll remove it. I am probably going to start recording the Second Alliance fleet. It needs some repairs because it's been fighting non-stop for a little while. And I think I've gained what I really want from this. I gained all this territory. The Salarians are about to claim their homeworld. And at which point, everything else will collapse. The Rachni are doomed. The Krogan and the Turians are now at war as well.
Technology discovered.
I think the Turians are
Survey
stronger than the
complete.
Krogan at this point, so we'll see how that goes for them. Destroyer build speed up. Very good. I'll get insight. That's tempting. She'll go for a grab and I'll get insight. First cruiser is on its way. Geneva class. That should be along relatively soon. What's currently heading up the Senate? Readied shield. Fleet power up, ship upkeep slightly up. As tradition. Market fee reduced? Sure, let's go for that one. And the factory again. A second group of individuals has gone missing after working in the odd factory. One of the workers was able to leave a recording behind, revealing that there are traps capturing unsuspecting workers. The traps have been disabled. We should be able to use the factory without further issues. Alright, so... people get used to it, or invest in securing the location. Sure, invest in securing the location. So we get to keep it, and we make it secure. Oh, that's not so bad. And on the bright side, the SSV Navasda Tolosa, our first Geneva-class starship, has just come off the assembly line. Now, where is it in this fleet? Is that it at the back there? Yep, there it is. A Geneva-class. Our biggest ship we have in our fleet so far. And hopefully, not the last either. And that pretty much brings us to the 10-year mark. It's 2272, so overran by a day. But that's alright. And the Rachni are almost all but gone. They have 2 systems left, one of which is currently being bombed into oblivion. It's their home world. So yeah, that's not exactly long for this world. What is their army situation like? 213. They have 187 in orbit. So pretty much once the Asari have gotten them below a certain point, they will launch their invasion and finish them off. At which point, yeah, this last system won't matter anyway, but I have a feeling that'll probably be captured by their fleet by the time that happens anyhow. Which will certainly put the pressure off of Omega over here, since they took a bit of a beating earlier on. So, good for them, I guess. As for us, we have expanded a decent amount. We managed to capture all along the Pterian border. And of course, what used to be Rachni space is now ours, so we'll continue building around this area as well. Down the line, I hope to kind of unite our territories a little bit. So we'll expand into the Traverse. I want to start also taking more systems down this side, as much of the Systems Alliance space as possible. And then I probably should start focusing down Cerberus and some of the systems they took. Like over here, in this system, we have Novaria. If I can get that, that would also be quite nice. In terms of tech, 4 months for X-ray lasers, 20 months for fleet command limit up, and fleet supremacy edict will be unlocked. 43 months to the L gate in sight. I need to start stockpiling alloys as well and get that production up. Terra Nova really needs to upgrade for that. How long until Terra Nova upgrades, speaking of? 4 more pops before I get another alloy foundry. But yeah, I want to get the First Alliance fleet upgraded, which isn't going to be cheap. It's going to cost 1,000, so I'll probably sink a bit of minerals and energy credits into that as well. Food's on a deficit, but not for long. Shang-Chi is currently building up an agricultural district, so once that is concluded, well, we'll have enough food to feed the entirety of our little empire. Citadel Council, how are you doing? We're halfway to level 3, and the Galactic Community, the Senate is in session for 3 more days, at which point corporate research channels will be successful, so tech and tech station output will increase as well. And of course, somewhere down the line, we have a lot of planets within our space we need to start colonizing. Elysium down here coming to mind. But that's all for next time, so thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Ta-ra.